It was December 20, 2006, when a boat named Food Keyboard Ahmed departed from Ireland toward Florida. There were 20 passengers on board that day, and most of them had traveled to Florida many times before. For that reason, this journey seemed completely ordinary. But none of them could imagine that this would be their final voyage. As the boat entered the open ocean, everything appeared calm. The passengers were relaxed, chatting, and enjoying the breeze. However, a few hours later, the weather began to change. Dark clouds started gathering above, and strong winds shook the waves. Within minutes, a violent storm took over the sea. The last known information received by the control station was that the boat had left Bahamas Island in perfect condition. But then, the communication suddenly went silent. That was also the moment when the boat was about to cross through the Bermuda Triangle. When the U.S. Coast Guard received the distress signal, they immediately launched a massive search operation. For 4 days and 4 nights, ships, aircraft, and rescue teams searched that part of the ocean. But not even a single piece of the boat was ever found. It was as if the entire vessel and everyone on board had simply vanished into thin air. This was not the first time something like this had happened in the Bermuda Triangle. Over the decades, many ships and planes have disappeared in this mysterious region without leaving any trace. The Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, lies in the Atlantic Ocean. It forms a triangle between Miami, Florida, Bermuda Island, and Puerto Rico. This huge stretch of water covers nearly 500,000 square miles, 1 million square kilometers, larger than the entire country of Pakistan. Sailors and pilots have feared this region for decades because countless vessels have gone missing here. Many experts have tried to solve its mystery, but no one has ever reached a final conclusion. Some believe that powerful ocean vortices or magnetic anomalies are responsible. Others say that the area might be home to sea monsters or extraterrestrial forces. No one truly knows what lies beneath those dark waters. One of the earliest and most famous incidents occurred in 1945. That year, 5 U.S. Navy torpedo bombers took off for a routine training flight. There were 14 crew members in total. Everything was normal until they reached the Bermuda Triangle. Suddenly, the control tower received strange messages. The pilots sounded confused and said their compasses were spinning uncontrollably. Moments later, all 5 planes disappeared from the radar, simultaneously. Thinking it was an attack, the Navy sent another rescue plane to search for them. But shockingly, that rescue plane also vanished without a trace. To this day, no wreckage or remains have ever been found. That tragic event made the Bermuda Triangle world famous. But even before 1945, there had been strange occurrences. One of them involved 2 American twin brothers, George and David Phil, who were officers in the U.S. Navy. They had boarded a private plane to attend their brother's funeral. As they flew over the Bermuda Triangle, the pilot suddenly said that all the plane's instruments had stopped working. The compass failed, the radio went silent, and even the fuel gauge stopped showing readings. The brothers looked down and saw nothing but endless water, no land, no ships, not even clouds in the distance. Within minutes, the pilot fainted due to panic and exhaustion. Luckily, another passenger who knew how to fly a plane took control and managed to land safely after several terrifying hours. Years later, when the Bermuda Triangle became famous, the brothers realized that they had survived one of its mysterious episodes. Many years later, in 2015, a massive cargo ship named El Faro left Florida for Puerto Rico. It was a modern, well-equipped ship carrying dozens of containers. But on October 1, 2015, it suddenly disappeared from radar during a storm near the Bermuda Triangle. After a month-long search, the wreckage was found 15,000 feet below the sea. Investigators discovered that the ship's communication stopped right after the captain reported that water was entering the vessel. That was the last message ever received. Another bizarre incident occurred on May 23, 2017, when Turkish Airlines flight TK-183 was heading to Havana, Cuba. As it passed over the Bermuda Triangle, the pilot reported strange movements of the aircraft. The plane was shaking violently even though the weather looked clear. Sensing danger, the pilot quickly changed the flight route and landed safely. The decision saved the lives of over 400 passengers. Many such stories have been recorded, while some have never been reported publicly. For example, on Christmas Day, 1967, an American businessman took his luxury yacht for a short trip near Miami Beach. A few hours later, a call came to the Coast Guard reporting that the yacht had hit something solid. When rescue boats reached the location, there was no yacht, no debris, and no trace of anyone. The mystery was buried forever under the waves. Every few years, a new incident reminds the world of the Bermuda Triangle's haunting legacy. Researchers, scientists, and investigators keep searching for the truth, but the mystery remains unsolved. Recently, a group of scientists from the University of Colorado studied the region using satellite technology. They noticed something unusual: strange hexagonal clouds forming above the Bermuda Triangle. These clouds were massive, about 80 kilometers wide, and their shape was unlike ordinary clouds. Scientists believe these clouds might create air bombs, producing winds up to 270 kilometers per hour. Such powerful winds could generate waves as high as 45 feet, easily enough to sink ships or destabilize aircraft. This explanation might finally reveal the scientific cause behind the disappearances, though not everyone agrees. Many still believe something beyond science is at play in that mysterious part of the ocean. The Bermuda Triangle continues to fascinate and frighten the world. It stands as one of Earth's greatest unsolved mysteries, a place where logic disappears and the sea keeps its secrets forever.